Martin had asked a question about if I would explain assignments in land flipping. And Martin, what I was saying is that an assignment of contract is a way to profit from a real estate transaction without ever becoming the owner of the property. So it's different from a double closing and a simultaneous closing. A double closing would be where you use the end buyer's money to fund the sale from the seller, and you just take a cut in the middle. But that requires disclosing that that's how it's going to be done, and then everybody knows what you're making. And I personally just would rather keep that private. And then the simultaneous closings, what I tend to do is I use transactional funding. So in the morning I fund the deal, and in the evening the end buyer funds the deal. So I loan myself that money for the deal, and then by the end of the day I get the money back. That's a simultaneous closing. An assignment is very commonly used in wholesaling. I think I mentioned in the other live I tried to do before getting cut off. I'm riding in the back seat with my son, who's driving me to Nashville. So assignments are used with house flippers a lot, and it's pretty common for wholesalers to use assignment contracts. But basically, when a buyer gets a property under contract to purchase, but before he closes, he just signs over his rights and responsibilities in the contract to another buyer. And then that buyer essentially just steps in terms of the contract and close with the seller. Hey, Joel. Thanks for saying hi. This is just a simple agreement that both buyers, the assignor who made the deal with the seller and the assignee who's going to close, both have to sign the assignment agreement. And Tom, I know you asked earlier, I think you can just Google it. I don't use assignments very often because I usually close, like I said, on my properties. But I probably have one. So if you really want an assignment agreement that I would use in my business, just send me a personal message through Facebook Messenger, and I'd be glad to find it and get it to you. Also, let's see. Also, I was starting to say when I got cut off a minute ago that the seller has to have signed a contract with the original buyer that has language that says that the buyer's allowed to assign it. Okay, so if you would like to see how I word that in my contract, you can get the exact owner letter and purchase agreement that I use in my business every day just by going to landflipping101.com and enter your email address, and I will send you my 2-page letter and blind offer purchase contract. All right, Martin, thank you for that question. All right, Joseph's asking, hi again. If you have some experience with land, how many mailers would you send per month to be consistent? Well, I don't think the number matters. What does matter, though, is the consistency. Just make sure that every single week you are sending some mail, a minimum, I'd say, of 500. I typically am going after the larger profit deals, and so I have to send more mail in order to get a deal. I'm personally sending out 3,000 mailers every week, and I've got about 10 or 12 properties right now that are either for sale or about to be listed. Hope that helps. Hi, Yvonne. I also saw a question in the group earlier in the week. Actually, I'm going to mention this one first. I was messaging with Darren Johnson, and he said he's a newbie in real estate and he's looking to do deals consistently. So he asked me, what's the investment? And so it really kind of comes down, it ties in with your question, Joseph, because offer letter, first class postage for 75 cents each. Now that includes the data of the property owners, the pricing, because I use Priced and they price all my properties because I send out blind offers. It also includes the postage, which is discounted, and it includes the in an envelope and get it mailed and out the door for me. To really prove the concept to yourself, I think you should give it 90 days and plan to invest that should get you plenty of properties. I'd probably estimate anywhere between 3 and 9 properties with that. And then if you target the price point like I target, you'll earn an average profit of $35,000 per deal like I do. So I have one question for you based on what I just said. If you only got one property with a profit of $35,000, would a $6,000 investment in postage be worth it? Drop a message in the chat and tell me what you think about that. I'll say it again. If you only got one property that gave you a profit like my deals do, which is $35,000 per deal, would a $6,000 investment in postage be worth it? I think so. I did have another question from Catalina Polk. She asked, do you target probates and buy super low, or do you buy it and clear it? Or how do you get it under the market value in order to flip it? I've already touched on this a little bit, but very simply, I just make offers to property owners at a 25% of retail value. And when I send enough offers, eventually I find a motivated seller. If you're targeting less expensive properties, they're going to sell a lot faster. Mine might sit on the market for 60 or 90 days. But it is well worth it once I get the pipeline moving. Okay, I also had a question. Is there a service or a software that I can check for liens myself before making an offer? I think that's interesting. I don't think it's necessary, but there are plenty. They all cost money. But the best thing to do, I think, is just to make an offer contingent on any undisclosed liens. Yes, I agree. Everybody said yes to that question earlier. Yes. $6,000. I would give you $6,000 every day if you would give me back $35,000. That's a good deal. The key to my success has just been consistent, daily action. I send mail out each and every week without fail. And if you take the steps and send the mail, you will find success. It's a proven business model. If you'll send the mail, you will find deals. And deals that can earn 100% return on your investment. So you put $1 in and you get $2 out at least. I mean, the deal I did this week was $34,000 in and $75,000 out. You don't have to do deals this big. But if you have any questions or if you want to talk with me one-on-one, look for the Calendly link in the, to schedule a free 15-minute meeting with me. It's located at the top of the page in the announcement tab, and I'd love to learn about your goals and help you get started or just get unstuck in your business. I want to help you get your real estate investing business moving forward because I think you can do this, and I'll help. Thanks for joining me today from the road, I-65 going south towards Nashville. Hope y'all have a great weekend. Bye-bye.